WFT declassified, yes, 3 letters, cause I'm extra guys. We got Eric, Ellie, who else? We got Brian, listen every time, you know it's gonna be some fly. Everybody certified, this podcast rock ain't tell no lies. You really might lose your mind, can only put this in your top.
What is up, everybody? It is LE from the WFT Declassified podcast, and I am here with 5 reasons why we should absolutely sign Deshaun Watson. Well, really, we'd have to trade for him, but you get it. Make sure you check out the podcast, subscribe on all platforms, do what you got to do to stay in tune. Here we go. Number 1. It looks like nobody else wants to come here. So if you guys don't want to be competitive, I get it. If you want to start Heineke again, or if you have ultimate belief in Mitch Trubisky, I understand. I happen to not have that same belief. So we need someone, and we need somebody talented. Russell Wilson didn't waive his no trade clause to come here. I'm not so sure that a lot of other quarterbacks would, but Deshaun Watson might be in just a desperate enough situation that would warrant him waiving that clause to come here. So that's number 1, utter desperation. Number 2, look, in America's justice system, you're innocent until proven guilty. Yes, that is a hard pill to swallow with as many accusations as he has, but we have to let the court system play itself out. I know there's a lot of presumed guilt in this instance, but let the facts be what they may. Let's let it play out. Now, if the court system comes back and says he's guilty, then cancel everything. But until then, we have to allow the process to work itself out. So number 2 is innocent until proven guilty. Number 3, look, we need talent on this team, right? And that's Deshaun Watson. He's one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league. But we have talent to give away. Our D-line is overstacked with players. We have some guys that can't even get in the game because we have so many D linemen. Houston has a need on defense. I think we can help them out. Heck, they could have whatever else they want, aside from, I don't know, maybe Chase Young and a few other guys. But we have talent to give them. Is it top-level talent that some other teams could offer? No. But again, maybe this situation is more conducive to Deshaun Watson than some others. So number 3 is that we can afford to lose some of our guys on the D-line, especially number 4. He's an elite level quarterback. They do not come along too often. They certainly don't come available as often as you would want them to. Now, look at the reasons that he's available. I get it. I do understand. But he is an elite talent. And if you can get him and let the process play out, then you may have set yourself up for Super Bowls in the near future. It's reality, folks. And number 5, look, the draft is kind of shaky. Not all of us are really high on every quarterback that's available in the draft, and multiple teams need quarterbacks that are probably going to take some, including a couple of teams ahead of us. I mean, shoot, Seattle is going to be ahead of us, so let's see what they do. But look, the draft is kind of a crapshoot anyway. Deshaun Watson is a sure thing aside from his court case. So if you have the possibility to get him, you got to make that move. Is it going to feel a little grimy and dirty until the process plays out? Absolutely. But if he is cleared of all charges, what else can you do? Those are my 5 reasons. Let me know if you agree or if you agree with Brian.
Hey guys, it's Brian from the WFT Declassified podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Who1, and that's at Mr. Who with 2 O's 1. Okay, I'm here to tell you about the 5 reasons we should not trade for Deshaun Watson. Number 1, his legal troubles. Yes, it's that obvious. Deshaun Watson stands accused of sexual misconduct from over 20 women. That is significant. That is so supremely significant. That is something that as we go forward as the Washington Commanders, starting out this new era, this new chapter, that we can't attach ourselves to, because if we trade for him, that stain, that legacy now becomes the Commanders' legacy. And that's how we start off this Commanders era, by trading for a player embroiled in all of these allegations, whether they turn out to be true or maybe even a hoax. It's something that is going to live with him, and it's going to live with the Commanders if we do trade for him. Number 2 reason we should not trade for Deshaun Watson is our owner, Daniel Snyder, is accused of the same things. He has his own allegations that he is still battling. And when you have a bad situation like that, you know what you don't do? You don't make it worse by bringing in a player with the same exact problems. So we already have our own situation as a team to deal with. That is not something we need to do, is to add to it and to bring more to the issue already at hand that we're facing. The number 3 reason we should not trade for Deshaun Watson is the entire draft capital and assets we're going to have to give up to get Deshaun Watson. So to get Deshaun Watson, we're going to have to give up multiple draft picks, high draft picks, multiple number 1 first round draft picks, second round draft picks, potentially third round draft picks. But also we're going to have to give up some players, potential starters as well. Most of them probably may be on the defensive side of the football, maybe a defensive tackle, maybe a defensive end, but it could potentially be an offensive player. It's going to take a lot to get him. So what that means, we're going to have to ask a lot of Deshaun. He's now going to have to do everything by himself and do it with less help than what he would have had before. That's not a good proposition to be putting somebody in that we just traded for. And it's going to span multiple years because those draft picks and players would be young and would be able to help this team for many, many years. The number 4 reason for us not to trade for Deshaun Watson is Watson's behavior. Watson, even before these allegations came out, he completely turned on the Houston Texans and said, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not going to OTAs. I'm not going to mini camp. I'm not going to training camp. And I'm not playing the season. I'm going to sit out the entire season. He left his teammates in the lurch. This is just after he had signed a new contract with the Houston Texans. How long before he does that to us? How long before he gets tired of Ron Rivera? How long before he gets tired of Scott Turner and says, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go find another place to play. I'm willing to sit out. Can you take that chance after giving up so much? He turned on the Texans. Potentially that could happen here as well. The number 5 reason to not trade for Deshaun Watson is we've seen this happen throughout the NFL. Long-term success for NFL teams has come from them finding and drafting their quarterback of the future, their franchise quarterback. Very, very, very rare do you trade for a guy or sign somebody in free agency who can lead you to multiple wins, playoff wins, Super Bowl championships. Most of the guys that we see right now, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, we just saw Joe Burrow take the Bungles, yes, the Bungles, to the Super Bowl in his second year, a drafted player, completely turning around that team. And that's the reason, and that's the route that this team, the Washington Commanders, has to take and has to go for. So that is my 5 reasons why we should not trade for Deshaun Watson. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Please go check out our audio podcast. You can see it right there. WFT Declassified Podcast. We are on all audio platforms. Please go follow, like, subscribe. If you can leave a 5-star review, please do. That helps us grow. Check out our YouTube page. We're putting out great YouTube content on the regular, so please go check that out. We've got some great interviews, some great mock drafts, all kinds of different things for you guys to go look at. We also have a website where we've got some great blogs, some great articles, and some additional videos. We've got a great website. Please go check it out, and I'll catch you on the next time.